6. The final book on religion. The Quran is the last and final, and not the first book of religion it presents. The history of this religion is that when God created man on this earth, the basic realities of religion were ingrained in man's nature. He was then communicated the following things to his earliest ancestor Adam sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Firstly, he has a creator who created him. He alone is his Lord, and as a natural corollary to this, he alone should be worshipped by him. Secondly, he has been sent in this world to be tried and tested, and for this he has been given a clear awareness of good and evil. He has not only been given the freedom to exercise his will, he has also been given sovereignty on this earth. This trial of his will continue till his death. If he is successful in this trial, he will be given the kingdom of heaven, where he will be free from the regrets of the past and the fears of the future. Thirdly, the Almighty at various times will keep sending his guidance according to man's needs. If he obeys this guidance, he will not go astray. And if he evades it, he will be eternally doomed in the hereafter. Consequently, the Almighty fulfilled his promise and provided guidance to mankind by selecting people from among them, and through them delivered his guidance to mankind. This guidance contained both al-hikmah and ash-sharia. The former obviously did not require any change, while the latter was revealed as per the needs of a people until the time of Abraham sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when its directives crystallized in the form of a sunnah for all mankind. In the time of Moses sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when a formal state of the Israelites had been established, the Torah was revealed, and directives of the Sharia regarding the collectivity were also revealed. During this time, when certain aspects of hikmah did not remain before the eyes of people, they were made evident to them through the Psalms and Gospels. When the original texts of these scriptures became extinct, the Almighty sent the last of His messengers and gave him the Quran. The Quran says, وَأَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ مِنَ الْكِتَابِ وَمُهَيْمِنًا عَلَيْهِ فَاحْكُمْ بَيْنَهُمْ بِمَا أَنزَلَ اللَّهُ وَلَا تَتَّبِعْ أَهْوَاءَهُمْ عَمَّا جَاءَكَ مِنَ الْحَقِّ لِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً وَلَكِنْ يَبْلُوَكُمْ فِيمَا آتَاكُمْ فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ إِلَى اللَّهِ مَرْجِعُكُمْ جَمِيعًا فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. And O Prophet, we have revealed to you the book with the truth in confirmation of the Sharia before it, and standing as a guardian over it. Therefore give judgment among these people of the book according to the guidance revealed by God, and do not yield to their whims by swerving from the truth revealed to you. For each of them we have ordained a Sharia and assigned a path, and had God pleased, He could have made of you one community. But it is His wish to try you by that which He has bestowed upon you. So compete with each other in good deeds. To God shall all you return. Then He shall disclose upon you all your differences. Surah number 5, verse 48. This is the history of religion. Consequently, keeping it in consideration, the following precede the Quran. 1. Innate guidance found in human nature. 2. The tradition of the religion of Abraham sallallahu alaihi wasallam. 3. The scriptures of the prophets. The first of the above-mentioned things relates to the basics of faith and morality. In the terminology of the Quran, a major portion of this is called Ma'ruf and Munkar. The former refers to things which are regarded to be good by human nature, and the latter refers to things which are regarded to be evil by it and which are abhorred by it. The Quran does not give a comprehensive list of these things. On the other hand, it says that the person is innately aware of these and is able to fully distinguish the two on this basis. It thus demands that a person accept ma'ruf and shun munkar. It says, وَالْمُؤْمِنُونَ وَالْمُؤْمِنَاتُ بَعْضُهُمْ أَوْلِيَاءُ بَعْضٍ يَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَيَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ. And true believers, both men and women, are friends to one another. They urge one another to what is good and forbid what is evil. Surah number 9, verse 71. The second of the above-mentioned things is called Millat Ibrahimi by the Quran. The prayer, the fast, the Hajj, and the Zakah are all directives of this Millat Ibrahimi. The addressees of the Quran are fully aware of them and to a great extent practice them the way they were. In the narrative which depicts Abu Zar's acceptance of faith, he explicitly says that he would diligently offer the prayer even before Muhammad ﷺ had declared his prophethood. It is known that the Friday prayer was not unknown to the addressees of the Quran. They would offer the funeral prayer and would fast in the very manner we fast today. Zakah too was known to them as a specific share in their wealth, the way it is now. Regarding the worship rituals of Hajj and Umrah, every knowledgeable person knows that though the Quraysh had added some religious innovations to them, the rites of these worship rituals which they offered were virtually the same as they are today. In fact, it is evident from certain narratives that people were even aware of these innovations. Consequently, there is a narrative recorded both by Al-Bukhari and Muslim that the Hajj offered by Muhammad before his prophethood was offered without the innovations of the Quraysh in the very manner it was offered ever since the time of Abraham. Al-Bukhari, Al-Jami' al-Sahih, page 270, Hadith number 1664. Muslim, Al-Jami' al-Sahih, page 517, Hadith number 2956. Same is the case with animal sacrifice, etikaf, circumcision, besides some other customs and etiquette of Islam. All these things were already known and specified, and the Arabs were aware of them as age-old traditions transferred by one generation to another. Thus, there was no need for the Quran to give their details. They fully knew what the Arabic words which referred to them meant. If the Quran asked them to pray and to fast, and to offer the Hajj and to pay Zakah, they fully knew what these terms meant. The Quran never gave them the first directive about these. It only reformed and revived them and explained some aspect, and that too to the extent of what was essential. This tradition of the religion of Abraham ﷺ, which in religious parlance is called Sunnah, is regarded by the Quran as the religion of God, and when it asks Prophet Muhammad ﷺ to follow the religion of Abraham ﷺ, it indeed asks him to follow this Sunnah as well. ثم أوحينا إليك أن اتبع ملة إبراهيم حنيفا وما كان من المشركين. Then we revealed to you to follow the ways of Abraham, who was true in faith and was not among the polytheists. Surah number 16, verse 123. The third of these are divine scriptures which are present in the Bible in the form of the Torah, the Gospels, and the Psalms. Their recipients have lost parts of them to posterity and have also been guilty of interpolations in them. However, still a rich treasure of the Sharia and Hikmah revealed by the Almighty is present in them in its vintage divine style. Students of the Quran know that it has referred to them at various places, has made concise allusions to the prophetic tales mentioned in them, and has negated the interpolations of the Jews and the Christians and criticized the history presented in them. The Quran has based its Itmamul Hujjah, or communicating the truth to the extent that nobody has an excuse to deny it, on these very scriptures, and it unequivocally declares that its fountainhead and origin is the same as that of these scriptures. The Quran says, نَزَّلَ عَلَيْكَ الْكِتَابَ بِالْحَقِّ مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ وَأَنزَلَ التَّوْرَاةَ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ مِنْ قَبْلُ هُدًى لِلنَّاسِ وَأَنزَلَ الْفُرْقَانَ إِنَّ الَّذِينَ كَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ لَهُمْ عَذَابٌ شَدِيدٌ وَاللَّهُ عَزِيزٌ ذُو انْتِقَامٍ. O Prophet, He has revealed to you the book with the truth in confirmation of the scriptures which preceded it. And before this, He has already revealed the Torah and the Gospel for the guidance of mankind, and after them revealed this Furqan. Indeed, those that deny God's revelations shall be sternly punished, and God is mighty and capable of retribution. Surah number 3, verses 3 and 4. The Quran also says, إِنَّ أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَيْكَ كَمَا أَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى نُوحٍ وَالنَّبِيِّينَ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ وَأَوْحَيْنَا إِلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ وَإِسْمَاعِيلَ وَإِسْحَاقَ وَيَعْقُوبَ وَالْأَسْبَاطِ وَعِيسَى وَأَيُّوبَ وَيُونُسَ وَهَارُونَ وَسُلَيْمَانَ وَآتَيْنَا دَاوُودَ زَبُورًا. O Prophet, we have sent revelations to you as He sent revelations to Noah and to the prophets who came after him, and as He sent revelations to Abraham, Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, and his progeny, and to Jesus, Job, Jonah, Aaron, Solomon, and we gave the Psalms to David. Surah number 4, verse 163. It is because of this background of the Quran that certain principles should be accepted in interpreting it. Firstly, this religion stands completed with the awareness of good and evil which is found in human nature and which the Quran calls Ma'ruf and Munkar. This Ma'ruf and Munkar precede the directives and prohibitions of the Sharia which are prescribed in the Quran and are the foundations on which the latter stand. Any concept of the Sharia which is devoid of the good and evil found in human nature will definitely be defective and against the purport of the Quran. Secondly, the Sunnah is not after the Quran, it precedes it historically. Hence, it shall be necessarily derived from the consensus and perpetual adherence of its adherents. The details of its directives mentioned in the Quran shall also be ascertained from this very consensus and perpetual adherence. They shall not be derived from the Quran the way some scholars of contemporary times have done so, and in this manner grossly misinterpreted the Quran. Thirdly, in order to understand styles peculiar to divine literature, the history of the Jews and the Christians, and accounts of the Israelite prophets, and the allusions of the Quran to other similar topics, as well as the details of facts it briefly refers to, the real source is the previous scriptures. They shall be regarded as the basis of debate and discussion. In this regard, the narratives which have been recorded in various exegeses of the Quran and which are mostly based on hearsay shall be disregarded. These narratives cannot be a substitute to the light which ancient scriptures cast on these subjects and the way the words of the Quran accept these details or bring to surface the real facts about certain aspects mentioned in them. Such narratives neither satisfy the intellect of the students of the Quran nor prove of any worth as an argument for the people of the book.